Hey, it's Alex from Android Central. We're here with Sony at IFA 2014, taking a look at the new Xperia Z3, comparing it to the previous Sony flagship here, the Xperia Z2. So it's mostly an incremental update on the previous Sony flagship device here. And you can see some subtle differences in the design around the outside here. The corners and sides of the Z3 are much softer, much more rounded than the sort of more angular shape that we had going on the Z2. It's also thinner and noticeably lighter than the last one. So same kind of Sony Omnibalance design, just a little bit more refined, more curved, and just a little bit sleeker looking, I think. You've still got these cutouts here and plastic flaps to protect all the various ports, but it's maybe a little bit less noticeable. Because of the general shape of things. You've also got the traditional Sony rounded power button there, all the buttons in all the usual places, and of course the magnetic dock there for charging. Heading around the front, it's the same size screen, 5.2-inch 1080p. You've also got front-facing speakers as on the Z2. Slightly different design there, but pretty much the same thing going on. On the software side, Android 4.4.4 KitKat versus 4.4.2 on the Z2 rather. And the launcher, some subtle changes here as well. It looks a little bit like the Google Now launcher, but that's not quite what it is. You do have larger style icons and a persistent Google search bar at the top that you can actually turn off if you want. So on the inside, we're looking at Snapdragon 801 once again, clocked a little higher, 2.5 versus 2.3 gigahertz, and 3 gigs of RAM to back that up. Let's jump into the camera app again. We can show you another subtle difference. Same sensor, Exmor RS, but with a slightly wider angle lens, and you can sort of get an idea of the difference there, though it is kind of subtle. On the Z2 versus the Z3, a little bit wider angle captured there. So it's mostly an incremental update, but the Z3 looks like a nice enough phone. Maybe not worth the update if you're already on the Z2, still a very capable device. But there you go, very quick comparison of the Sony Xperia Z2 versus the Z3 here in Berlin. Thanks for watching.